Hello everybody, my name is Erin and welcome to Namaste Yoga. For those of you that haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. And for those of you that maybe joined me last week, welcome back. So today we're going to do a routine that's focused more on balance. So you can take that as finding balance in your mind, finding balance in your body. We're definitely gonna find some balance here on the mat today. So I hope you guys are excited for this flow today with me. And without further ado, let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do is come to child's pose on your mat. So bring your toes to touch behind you and sink your hips back down to the floor. Go ahead and stretch your arms out in front of you, bring your forehead to the mat. You can close your eyes here and just go ahead and take some deep breaths. Take this time to come into yourself, feel how your body is feeling today. Remember that anything throughout this flow that you need to change or modify, feel welcome to do so. This is your practice, so make sure that you're doing what feels good in your body. And most importantly, always come back to your breath. Take a few more deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and push yourself up to a tabletop position. So that'll be your hands below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. And from here, we're gonna warm up. We're gonna take a few simple stretches, but we are focused on balance today. So we're gonna go ahead and work that in right to the beginning. So on an inhale, reach your right hand forward, meanwhile reaching your left leg back. Exhale, go ahead and bring your hand and your foot back to the ground and repeat on the other side. Inhale, the left hand comes out, right leg goes back. Exhale, bring the left hand down and the right leg back to the floor. And keep flowing through these two stretches. We're just kind of warming up the arms, warming up the legs, warming up your balance muscles. And then as you're doing this, go ahead and begin to cultivate your Ujjayi pranayama. That is your breathing with a restriction in the back of your throat, breathing in and out only through the nose. And it should be an audible breath, so you should be able to hear it almost like sounding like ocean waves. If you'd like to do so here, you can also take a few rotations of your spine or do some cat-cow movements, which is dropping the abdomen toward the floor and gazing up toward the ceiling. And then exhaling as you arch your spine to the ceiling, gazing toward your navel. When you're feeling warmed up, go ahead and push your hips up and back, tucking your toes into your first downward dog of the day. And go ahead and pedal it out a little bit. My hamstrings aren't warm yet, so I'm sure your hamstrings aren't warm either. Unless, of course, you've already done some yoga today. And when you're ready, gaze up toward your fingertips, bend your knees, and go ahead and step or jump forward with your feet between your hands. Lengthen your spine on an inhale. Fold deeper into the pose on an exhale. And inhale, come all the way back up. to Namaste or mountain pose. From here, we can go ahead and begin our sun salutation A today. Once again, focusing a little bit on balance, so we're gonna work some balancing postures into this. So on an inhale, raise your hands up overhead, palms to touch, gazing up toward the ceiling. Meanwhile, lifting your left leg up into tree pose. You can rest your foot on your inner upper right thigh. You can rest it on your calf, or you can just kickstand your foot on the ground near your right ankle. So whichever is feeling best for you today, remember you can modify however you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my foot up to my right inner thigh. And then on an exhale, you're going to twist your arms wide open to the right, gazing toward that back thumb if possible. We are challenging our balance today, so you want to challenge yourself, but make sure you're still feeling good with whatever you're doing. Inhale, come back through center as you lower the left leg down. Bring the right leg up on an inhale, and exhale as you twist open to the left. Gazing toward that left back thumb if possible. Inhale, come back through center, bringing the right leg down. Exhale, fold forward over your straight legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, as you plant the hands, jump or step back, and we're moving through our first chaturanga push-up. So keep the elbows in, tight to your sides as you lower down. Push forward with your toes, coming up to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, take an inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to grab your right calf with your left hand, and inhale, twist under, gazing up toward the ceiling. So we're just doing a downward dog with a twist. Go ahead and release. Bring the right hand to the left leg now, and twist underneath the left arm, gazing up toward the ceiling. Go ahead and release. And then just remain in your normal downward dog for about 5 deep breaths here. Try to remember your ujjayi breathing. Remember that's a restricted breath in and out through the nose. And try to remember to keep your locks engaged as well. So your lower abdominal lock and the pelvic floor lock, those are your root and central locks. If you do keep those muscles engaged, it'll actually help you maintain your balance throughout the flow. When you're ready, go ahead and gaze up toward your fingertips, bend the knees, jump or step forward, feet between the hands. Lengthen your spine on an inhale, fold forward on an exhale. And inhale, come all the way back up to Namaste at the front of your mat. Now we're gonna go ahead and repeat our sun salutation A again. So inhale, hands come up, palms to touch overhead. Left leg comes up into tree pose. Exhale, twist open toward the right. Go ahead and gaze toward that right thumb if possible. Inhale, come back through center. And then switch it over to the left. Tree pose with the right leg and twist open to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen the spine, plant the hands, jump or step back, lower through your chaturanga push-up. Remember, that can always be taken on your knees if you need to. Go through your upward facing dog and return to downward facing dog. Take an inhale, and then exhale as you grab the right calf with your left hand and pull yourself through, gazing up toward the ceiling. On an inhale. Exhale, release. Grab the other calf with your right hand and twist under into your twisted downward dog on the other side. Release again, and then just go ahead and remain in your downward dog for another 5 deep breaths. That should be about 5 deep breaths now. So gaze up toward the fingertips, bend the knees. Once again, jump or step forward, lengthen the spine, fold deeper into the pose, and inhale, come all the way back up. And go ahead and repeat this one more time. So tree pose with the left leg, turn open to the right, return to center, tree pose with the right leg, turn open to the left, and back to center. Inhale, exhale as you fold forward, lengthen your spine, plant the hands, jump or step back, lower through chaturanga, push up to upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. From here, take that twist to the right, return to center, and then twist to the other side. And then go ahead and remain here once again for about 5 deep breaths, trying to maintain your locks in your Ujjayi breathing. When you're ready, gaze up toward the hands, bend the knees, jump or step forward once again, lengthen your spine, fold deeper, and inhale, come all the way back up to Samastitihi. Now we can go ahead and begin our sun salutation B. So with that, we're going to start once again in Samastitihi. Inhale, hands come up to touch overhead. You bend into your knees, sink your hips low. Make sure that you're still able to see your toes here. You don't want to be too far forward in your chair pose. So make sure you can see your toes, gaze up toward your hands if possible. And then we're going to add a little something here as well. So from chair pose, you're going to lift your right leg up over the left leg. And if you can, wrap your right foot around the back of your left calf. So we're coming into eagle pose. If you're unable to make this bind around your left leg, you can leave it unbound, just stacking the right leg on top of the left, or you can just remain here in Utkatasana if that's what you need to do as well. So if you're coming into eagle, go ahead and wrap the right leg around the left, like so. Bring the left arm under the right arm, like this. You can leave your arms like this, the backs of your hands touching, or if you'd like to take the bind here as well, go ahead and wrap your right hand around your left hand, and then try to reach your arms up toward the sky. You want to maintain a long spine. You don't want to hunch over or crunch your spine at all. So maintain a long spine here. And this is eagle on the left leg. On an inhale, return to Utkatasana, so just completely unbind. Return to your chair pose, and then take it on the other side. Since we are staying balanced today, we want to make sure we're working both sides equally. So then lift the left leg over the right. Remember your modifications if you need them. Wrap the right hand under the left, so it's the opposite arm that goes underneath, depending on which leg is on top. And then take that bind, lift up toward the sky, and then go ahead and release. Back to Utkatasana, chair pose. Go ahead and fold forward over your legs. Inhale to lengthen your spine, plant the hands, step or jump back, lower through your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to raise the right leg up on an inhale, pull it all the way through, plant the foot between the hands, drop the left knee to the ground and untuck that left toe. Inhale to a low crescent pose. And then on your exhale, we're actually going to come into half moon. So It's a kind of a big transition, so you're definitely gonna have to use your strength and your balance. But from here, bring the right hand to the ground in front of your right foot. You can tuck your left toe back under to help you push off. And inhale as you push off, straightening the left leg behind you and straightening the right leg. Right hand remains on the ground, and open up wide toward the left into half moon. And then on an exhale, you're going to bring the left foot back down to the ground, bend the knee, sink your hips back toward the left foot, and fold forward to the right in a half split. From here, inhale as you walk your hands up, bring the left knee off the ground. You're in a nice lizard stretch here. And then we're just gonna take this right before we go back through a vinyasa. So from here, your hands are already planted. Step the right leg back, lower through your vinyasa. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. And of course, we do have to do this on the left side. So inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee. Inhale to your low crescent. On this side, take the left hand in front of the left foot, push off and open up into that beautiful half moon pose. From here, exhale as the right foot comes back down, bend the knee, sink the hips back into your half split on this side. Inhale, walk the hands forward, right knee comes up off the ground. You're in this nice lunge stretch here. Some people do call it lizard. And then exhale, bring the left leg back, lower once again through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Stay here for a few deep breaths. Gaze up toward your fingertips, bend your knees, jump or step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips back. Take your Utkatasana chair pose. And then exhale, return to Samastitihi. Now we'll go ahead and repeat that again. Yes, the whole thing, we have to repeat it again. Inhale into Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale as you wrap the right leg around the left. Left arm comes underneath. We're in our eagle posture. So from here, remember to keep extending your spine toward the sky. You don't want to scrunch your spine together because that'll end up hurting you. So maintain a long spine. Return to Utkatasana and then take it on the other side. Utkatasana once more, and then fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine, plant the hands, jump or step back, lower through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg comes up, bring it through between the hands, drop the left knee. Inhale to low crescent. Bring the right hand in front of the right foot and open up to half moon. The left leg comes back down, sink the hips back into a half split, and then walk yourself forward to that stretch. Exhale as you bring the right foot back, lower once again through your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg comes up, bring it through, low crescent on the left hand side, left hand comes down, open up to half moon. Bring the leg back down, bend the knee, sink the hips back, half split, walk it forward into lizard. And then once again, Left leg comes back to meet the right. Lower again through your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. When you're ready, gaze up toward the hands once more. Bend the knees, jump or step forward. Lengthen your spine on an inhale. Fold forward. Come back through that chair pose. And then return to Namaste. Now let's go ahead and take this all one more time. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, eagle pose, standing on the left leg. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, eagle pose, standing on the right leg. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Plant your hands, jump or step back. Lower again through your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg goes into the air. Bring it through. Drop the left knee, low crescent. Right hand comes in front of right foot. Open it up to half moon. Left foot comes back down, drop the knee, and sit back into your half split. Walk it forward into that lizard stretch. And then bring the right foot back to meet the left. Lower once again through your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg comes up. Bring it through. Low crescent on the left side. Left hand in front of left foot. Open it up to half moon. Right foot comes back down. Sink it back into half split. Come forward into that lizard stretch. And then, once again, we're taking a push-up. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Once again, remain here for a few deep breaths. Remember, during these down dogs, if you ever need to, you can come to child's pose. So that is toes to touch, sinking your hips back toward your feet. Just to take a little rest if you need to. Gaze toward the hands, bend the knees, jump or step forward, lengthen the spine, fold deeper, bend the knees, hips sink back, Utkatasana, and exhale as you return once again to Namaste. So from Namaste, we're just gonna go ahead and take another vinyasa, everyone's favorite thing at this point, I'm sure. Inhale, hands up, palms to touch, gazing up toward the sky. Exhale, fold forward over straight legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Plant the hands, jump or step back. Lower through your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. From here, you're gonna go ahead and inhale, the right leg comes up. And then exhale as you bring the right knee toward the left elbow. Hold it for a second. Inhale, the right leg comes back up. And then bring it to the right elbow. Hold it for a second. Inhale, right leg back up. Exhale, bring the right foot to plant between the hands. Drop the left heel to the mat. Come all the way up on an inhale. The left hand will slide down the left leg. Right hand swims overhead into reverse warrior. Maintaining with the balance theme, from here on an exhale, you're going to take this into warrior three. So both hands come up over. Make sure you're focusing on a single point in the room to help you balance. Maintaining your root and central locks, remember, will help you balance as well. And bring it forward on the right leg. You can have your hands out in front. You can bring them to the sides if you need to. I'll keep them out in front this time around. Left leg straight behind you. This is warrior three. From here, you're gonna come up, staying balanced on that right leg. Grab the left big toe with the right peace fingers if you can. You're also welcome to just grab your foot, either on the inside or the outside here. Or if that's not accessible for you today, just go ahead and grab your left knee with your right hand. But we're coming into dancing Shiva. So I'm gonna grab my left big toe with my right peace fingers, kick that leg out straight, open my left hand toward the back wall here, and then twist open, gazing toward the left thumb if possible. So we're working that twist back into the flow, along with a little balance. And then from here, you'll release your left foot, step back, inhale, hands come up to a T, and then we're going to drop our left hand toward our left foot, coming into triangle pose toward the back of the mat. From here, bring both hands out in front of your left leg. You're going to go into a standing split here. So both hands come down, staying on the left leg, the right foot comes up. Try to maintain your balance. If you do fall out, that's fine. Just go ahead and come back into it. And from here, bring the right leg down behind you, step the left foot back to meet the right, lower once again through your push-up, inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. From here, we're facing the back of the mat now, so that means we'll begin with our left leg. So inhale, left leg comes up, exhale, bring the left knee to meet the right elbow. Inhale, the leg comes back up. Exhale, left knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, the leg back up. Exhale, bring the left foot to plant between the hands. Drop the right heel, coming all the way up into that reverse warrior on the other side. Right leg, or right hand slides down the right thigh. Left hand swims overhead. From here, it's that big transition into warrior three. So bring the hands up, kick off with the right foot, and come into warrior three on the left side. Keeping your balance, come all the way up, grabbing now the right big toe with the left peace fingers if possible. Remember, you can always just keep your hand on your knee if you need to, that's totally fine. But if you can grab your big toe with your peace fingers, go ahead and do that. Extend the leg out, extend the right arm back, and twist open toward your right side, gazing toward the right thumb. On an exhale, you'll come back, bring your hands to a T, and then exhale, take your right foot down towards your right hand toward your right foot, opening into a triangle on the other side. You want to gaze up toward the upper hand if possible here. If not, you can gaze down. And then once again, bring both hands down to the ground in front of your right foot. Kick off into that standing split. And then step it back. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Lower through your chaturanga push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And just go ahead and keep repeating this as we kind of go in circles on the mat here. Inhale, right leg up. Bring it to the left elbow. Inhale it back up. Bring it to the right elbow. Inhale back up. Plant the foot between the hands. Drop the left heel. Reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Grab the right foot, open up to the side, dancing Shiva. Step it back on an exhale. Inhale, the arms come out to a T. And exhale, come back to that triangle toward the left side. Hands come to plant. Inhale to half split or standing split. Step it back. Lower once again through your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Since we're facing the back of the mat again, we start with the left leg. So inhale, the left leg comes up. Bring it through to the right elbow. Inhale, back up. Bring it through to the left. Inhale, back up. Bring it through. Foot plants between the hands. Drop the right heel. Reverse warrior. Exhale to warrior three. Inhale, grab the foot, open up to dancing Shiva on the right side. Exhale, foot comes back. Inhale to a T. Exhale to triangle toward the right. Plant the hands in front of the right foot. And inhale to standing split. Step it back. Lower once again through your push-up. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog. We're gonna go through one more time. So inhale, right leg comes up. Bring it toward the left. Inhale it back up. Bring it toward the right. Inhale back up. Bring it through. Plant the foot. Drop the heel. Reverse warrior. On an exhale, warrior three. Inhale, dancing Shiva. Exhale, foot comes back. Inhale, arms to a T. Drop it to that triangle on the left. Hands come out in front of the left foot. Standing split on an inhale. Exhale, bring the feet back. Lower once again through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg comes up now. Bring it toward the right elbow. Inhale it back up. Bring it toward the left elbow. Inhale back up. Bring it through between the hands. Right heel drops. Reverse warrior. On an exhale, warrior three. Inhale, dancing Shiva once again. Exhale, the foot comes back. Inhale to a T. Exhale, triangle toward the right side. Inhale into your standing split. And finally, step it back. Take your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. From here, we're just gonna come through to a seated position. Gaze up toward the hands, jump or step forward, and come down to a seat. From here, go ahead and bring your feet out in front of you and lower yourself all the way down onto your back. We're gonna take a couple of back bends here. So for the first one, we'll take a simple bridge pose, keeping your feet about hips width distance, feet planted firmly on the floor. You're going to have your hands out to either side of you, palms facing down. And then you're gonna go ahead and push off on an inhale, lifting your hips up into the sky. And then work your shoulder blades underneath you if you can. You can even clasp your hands behind you here. And that'll just help you lift up even further. If you can't do that, that's totally fine. You can just keep your palms flat on the ground. And take a few deep breaths here. Go ahead and lower yourself gently back to the ground. Now you have a choice. You can either take a bridge again, which is what we just did, or you can come into upward facing bow with me, or if that's in your practice. So you'll go ahead and take your palms just above your elbows, your fingertips facing toward your toes. And once again, on an inhale, you're gonna push into your feet and your hands, lifting your hips up toward the sky. So when you're ready, go ahead and do that. And then if you'd like to, from here, you can go ahead and stand on your tiptoes, readjust a little bit if necessary. Try to keep your legs from splaying outward though. You wanna keep them parallel to each other, so you're maintaining the correct structure here. And take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, go ahead and tuck your chin, lower gently back to the ground. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug, and then go ahead and release. Now we'll take a simple spinal twist before we go ahead and finish off this routine. So bring your left leg straight out, your right leg stays bent. Scoot your hips a little bit over to the right, and then guide that right knee over your left into just a simple spinal twist. You can rest your left hand on your right thigh, bring your right hand out to the right side, and gaze toward the right hand. Take a few deep breaths here. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. And at this point in your practice, if you are still doing your Ujjayi breath, you don't need to do that anymore. You can return to your natural breathing here. When you're ready, go ahead and come back through center. Simply switch sides, so the right leg goes straight, the left knee comes over to the right, and gaze toward the left thumb. And when you're ready, once again, bring it back to center. So go ahead and stretch out on your mat. Let your legs fall open. Go ahead and take up as much space as you'd like. Your palms can face up toward the ceiling. And come to Shavasana. Close your eyes. Relax your whole body, even your face. And just breathe. When you're ready, go ahead and begin to find some movement in your fingers, in your toes, your wrists, and your ankles. Open your eyes, and then roll to one side of your mat, resting your head on your arm. Gently push yourself up to a seated position. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining me for this routine today. I really hope that it helped you find some balance on the mat. It definitely challenged my balance on the mat. But in addition to that, maybe helped you find some balance with your body and mind. And hopefully it'll help you find some balance throughout the rest of your day. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. With that said, go ahead and take the palms to touch overhead. Bring your hands through heart center. The thumbs come to the third eye, and we bow. Namaste.